It is 6:30 a.m. on September 17th. Megan and I are getting ready for our trip up to the UP. So we're going from Rogers City in the Lower Peninsula, which is about right there. We're going up across the Mackinac Bridge, and then all the way across, I think US 2, and then some other highways up in the UP. And then we'll end up at Munising. So yeah, everything's ready to go. Just waiting for Megan to hop up out of the shower, and we're gonna hit the road. So future Travis, cue the montage. Yep.
Assertive, please. Oh no, tap it on top. Would you like?
All right, we made it. Food time. Downtown Munising, and this place is very impressive, so let's go check it out. This place is crazy. Definitely worth visiting. I just finished up at Pictured Rock National Lakeshore, and we're starving, so we're at Foggy Steakhouse in Christmas in September. So not going to film it this time. Alright, we are down in a train. It's right on Lake Superior. Pretty windy out, so I'm kind of hiding the camera in the truck. Hopefully the wind noise really isn't too bad right now. But we're going to try to get some slow-mo video of the sunset. So here we go. Back at Falling Rock Cafe for breakfast before we go to, shoot, forgot my mask. Alright, so anyhow, we're back at Falling Rock Cafe, gonna get some breakfast, and then we're heading up to, where are we going, Megan? We're going up to Grand Marais, that's what it's called. In Falling Rock. Alright, breakfast is done, and now we're going to get some hiking supplies and then head up to Grand Marais. We made it to just outside of Grand Marais. We're at the log slide overlook, so we're hiking back there. It's about a 1 mile walk. And views, I guess, are pretty good, so we'll check it out. Alright, so we found a giant horse-drawn trailer of some type. Pretty neat. Oh yeah, there's the sled. Alright, so we made it. Again, a bit windy here. I got the dead cat on the microphone today, so hopefully you know, you can actually hear this well. But yeah, we made it to the overlook. Wasn't that far. I'll flip it around here. And check that out. We just finished up at the log slide area, and I think I have to say that that's a lot cooler than Sleeping Bear Dunes by Traverse City in the northwest lower peninsula in Michigan. So if you're on your way up to the UP and you're gonna be through the central part of the upper peninsula, I would highly recommend making the drive up to Grand Marais and checking it out. We are at Sable Falls now, hiking up to go check them out, and should be pretty cool. Down at the lookout by Sable Falls. Now we just have to walk up the 10 million stairs that are here to get back to the truck. And then I think we're heading off to Grand Marais, the town, just to check it out and maybe get some lunch. Alright, going to eat lunch at the Grand Marais Tavern here in downtown Grand Marais. And then we'll go back and walk around the big city. We're done with lunch in Grand Marais, and now we made it to where, Megan?
The lighthouse station.
The
light station.
Light station, and then we're gonna go on about a 7-mile hike, kind of alongside the dunes along Lake Superior. So check it out. You get any good shots?
I'm trying. I want to get that rock in there, but it looks too dark. That one's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, now we got to get up out of here. There is a little cliff we got to climb up. Oh, made it. See if Megan can get up. Oh yeah, he's got it. Alright, keep going. It's been about a 1.5 mile walk to the lighthouse, and we finally made it. Alright, so we checked out the lighthouse real briefly, but we actually decided to continue past the lighthouse, and we're going to check out the log slide trail, which is another 2 miles from here. So we'll see how it goes. Sketchy bridge, we're gonna give it a shot. Alright, so we're pretty much at the end of the trail from the Sable Lighthouse to Log Run up by Grand Marais. And that point that you see right somewhere in this area is where the lighthouse is. And since it's getting later in the day, Megan and I were gonna turn around and head back just because we don't want to get caught out here in the dark. So yeah, we pretty much explored all around Grand Marais today. Gonna make it back to the truck and then head back to Munising and figure out what we're gonna do for dinner. So we'll catch you later. Alright, it's day 3 in Munising. We already checked out of our hotel. Heading back to Falling Rock Cafe to get some breakfast and then make our way back to Rogers City. We're leaving kind of early, so that way we can make some stops on the way back home. So hopefully we'll see some cool stuff. So catch you later. Alright, we just finished breakfast at Falling Rock Cafe, and Megan is on her phone figuring out where we're gonna go next. This is our trip back home, back to Rogers City, so I think we're gonna take the long way home to check out some more cool stuff. We're on Chapel Road, the trailhead, and we're gonna do a quick little hike, I think to see Miner's Castle or something like that. We'll keep you updated. Alright, so I was wrong, it's not Miner's anything. We're going to Mosquito Beach. Okay, so one thing that's been on my mind, and Megan, she's aware of it, but she doesn't know I'm gonna do this, is I'd like to know an answer as to how you can be walking on a trail past somebody, a trail that's wide enough for 2 people, and within like 10 feet get a cobweb right in your face immediately. Like, a person just walked through there and cleared the way, and you walk past them, and within seconds you have cobwebs all over your head again. So it's like, are there spiders just waiting to strike? As soon as one of their webs gets cleared, they just jump again and create another trap? I don't know, but I just think it needs to be brought up more. And somebody needs to figure out how they're doing it. Alright, so we made a wrong turn and ended up going a lot further than what we had planned. So we're at Chapel Beach now. Chipmunk just leapt onto Megan's leg, begging for food, and we also may be lost on some back trail. But I guess we'll know in a little bit if we end up at the parking lot or not. We'll see. Megan's frustrated because we were lost, but I think we know the way now. No, Megan, we turn left and go up this way. Yes. Oh, yes, we do. Alright, so we got back on the path, and it's been 7.47 miles for this hike. We started about 3 hours and 20 minutes ago. And we're gonna close it out here because we're gonna get back to the truck. But before we actually get there, we have to walk down a really dusty road, and I'm not gonna pull out the camera and get the lens all full of dust. So, if you guys are interested in coming to the Chapel Rock and Chapel Beach, Chapel Falls, I would recommend it. It's an easy hike, but plan on spending at least 3 to 4.5 hours hiking, and that's with a pretty good clip. So hopefully the footage turns up. See you guys later. Hey everybody, it's roughly 6 hours later after our previous update. Megan and I are back home now, pretty tired. Just wanted to close out this entire vlog for this Munising trip with a couple notes. So our last hike was to Chapel Rock and Chapel Beach. I always want to call it Castle Rock for some reason, and Chapel Falls. But anyhow, if you're interested in doing that, one thing to remember is you have to go down a road to get to the Chapel Rock trailhead, and that road is called Chapel Road, and it's not taken care of very well, and there is a lot of traffic that goes down that road, so it gets really rough and it can get really muddy if it's rained a lot. And if you decide to go on this hike during a peak time, kind of like we did, because fall colors are really starting to pop up in the Upper Peninsula, and for reference, it's September 19th, 2020. When we got there, it was 11 a.m.-ish, and there was about, well, back up, the parking lot was full at the trailhead completely. So we had to park about a mile away from the trailhead and then walk from our vehicle all the way to the trailhead a mile, and then do the 3.5 mile walk from there all the way, and then 3.5 miles back, and then another mile back to the truck. When we left, there were vehicles like parked on the side of the road 2 miles from the trailhead. So some people had to walk 2 miles on the road just to get to the trailhead to get on the hike. Apparently right before we left there was a vehicle that somehow went off the road, which isn't really that hard to do once you see what you're driving on. And they got stuck and traffic got all clogged up for a while, but luckily by the time we were done with the hike, that was all cleared up. So yeah, after we finished that hike, we just tried to get something to eat in Shingleton, which is just outside Munising. Decided not to go there. Then we're going to get something to eat in Mackinac City, but all the restaurants there were packed, so we ended up eating at Mulligan's in Sheboygan, and then just made our way back to Rogers City, and we picked up our dogs too, because my parents were watching them. And here they are. And Lexi's underneath there. I don't know if you can see her. That's the copper one's Lily, and the black one's Lexi. They're both afraid of the camera for some reason. So, and there's our cat. And she's all crazy because we just got home. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. See me, I'm trying to keep the camera straight here. Let us know if you liked it, and hopefully we'll see you, can't even talk, I'm so tired. See you in the next adventure. See ya.